I thought what I'd do is I'll just wait a couple more moments. I've actually got a 432 hertz frequency music playing behind. So this is that deep healing music for the body, the soul, DNA repair and the like. So I thought that would be a nice one when we were looking at the digestive system. Chris, hi, how you going? Nice to see you all here. So yes. Oh, just as I said, sorry, I was just, sometimes I do my sage, sometimes I do the Palo Santo, but I just was feeling like I needed, I sort of, tuned in and grounded prior to doing the meditation, but I always like to just also do a little light saging as well. So let me just do that. Yeah. It's so good. I know I've said that before, but there's some beautiful organic, locally sourced sage sticks down here, because it's not always, harvested in the great way, the American ones that you get online. So, yeah, it's great to be able to get local ones. Already my space feels a lot calmer. So it's interesting. Back when I was in Sydney, I had studied with this metaphysician back in 2007. It was a 1-year course. It was like 4 hours. My stomach's been so bloated. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so yeah, well, we'll look at all of that. We'll look at the microbiome. Obviously, we're only working on an energetic level, so obviously, you need to be working on physical as well and emotional and all the things. But anyway, back in 2007 when I was doing this course, so I said it's like 4 hours every Saturday for a year. Anyway, we sort of worked on, sorry, yeah, we'll cover all that. What was I going to say about all of that? Anyway, I totally lost my train of thought then. Anyway, it'll come back in. Sorry about that. I get sidetracked talking about the music, looking at your messages. So anyway, it'll come back in a moment. But yeah, so it's obviously not that important. But hopefully you're all well. So what we might do, as I said, is the intention tonight that we're going to set is just to allow ourselves this little space and time here, about 20 minutes, just to relax, just to receive whatever healing our body is ready to receive and release anything that our body's ready to release. So we know that, us women tend to be notorious at, notoriously good or bad, should we say, at overgiving. So it's also really important to activate that feminine receiving, as well. It's just as important. We really need to learn to receive. So allow yourself just to, as I said, relax and unwind and just receive that support and that healing that you need. And it doesn't matter if you don't know where everything is in the body. Just follow my voice. I'll guide you, and just kind of have that intention that we're just going to, send some healing to the body. And and let's just intend on miracles and healing and transformations and all the things. So if you're ready, I'm just going to ask you now just to make sure you are really comfortable and that you won't be distracted for around, 15, 20 minutes. And if you feel ready, just close your eyes and just have your palms up in receiving mode on your thighs, just gently, just comfortably. No tension, no straining. And just become aware of the seat that you're sitting on, and become aware of your feet and the surface under your feet. Is it tiles? Is it carpet? Maybe it's floorboards. Just become aware of the texture and the temperature. Maybe you've got socks or Ugg boots on. And just give over just an extra 5%. And let's just take our attention now, with your eyes closed, to your heart chakra. And I just want to do some heart breathing. So just with your attention around that heart area, that heart chakra, I just want you to breathe in through that chakra. Hold and breathe out. Just bearing in mind that the longer inhalations is what's really going to calm the body and activate activate that parasympathetic nervous system, calming rest and digest state. Let's do that again. Breathe in and hold and breathe out. And the next time that we consciously do that movement of breath, I want you to bring to mind something that brings you a lot of joy. Maybe it's spending time with your kids or your partner, lying on the beach maybe just having fun with the dogs, lying on the grass, whatever it might be. As you take your next breath in, I want you just to bring that scene, that feeling to mind. Just breathe in and hold as you imagine that feeling, that scene, and then just exhale. And now let's just take your attention to the bottom of your feet as your breath returns to however it wants to. And with your attention and energy at the bottom of your feet, just imagine those grounding cords moving through the layers of the earth, anchoring into the heart of Mother Earth. And then just imagine that you're bringing up that beautiful Mother Earth grounding, stabilizing, regenerative energy up through those grounding cords, up through the layers of the earth, and up through the bottom of your feet. And as it's moving through your feet, you feel that energy, that vitality moving through all the cells, and bring the energy up the calves and shins and knees and both thighs, feeling the energy, the tingling, that life force energy. And now just bring the energy up into the buttocks area, the hips, the abdominal area, moving up through the chest, the top of the head, where you become aware of that beautiful white light, that pillar of light. And just imagine that you start ascending up that pillar of light, up past the roof of the room that you're in, up past the city you're in, the country you're in, the earth, the galaxy and beyond. And you start to become aware of this beautiful white pearlescent light, that God creator source of all that is, that divine intelligence. I want you just to imagine that you're merging now with that pearlescent light, breathing in into all the cells, that unconditional love, that healing energy, whatever frequencies are needed to really restore the body to balance, into optimal health, and abundance in all areas of your life. And now just imagine that you're bringing some of that beautiful energy down that white pillar of light, back down through the earth, the country you're in, the city you're in, back down through the roof of the room that you're in, and in through the top of your head. Then allow that energy now to just make its way throughout all of your body, your arms, your trunk area, your chest, down your legs to the feet. So now your entire body has both a beautiful Mother Earth energy and that God creator source of all that is energy. It's pumping through your body, sending through those waves of healing, calming energy. And as it's sweeping through all the cells, it's clearing and releasing and letting go of anything that's no longer serving you. Whether it's an energetic imprint of a particular time, a particular scene, a particular event, maybe it's a chronic emotional state, maybe it's a limiting belief that no longer serves you. Just allow that to be swept through and released with ease and grace and flow. So allow those beautiful energies from above and below to fully penetrate each of the cells, allowing you to relax, release and let go an extra 10%. And as you feel yourself totally relaxed, totally supported, and just allow my voice to be like a nervous system whisperer, sending through waves of healing and calm and relaxation throughout the entire nervous system and all of the endocrine glands involved, the adrenals, thyroid, the pancreas, parts of the brain, hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal. Just allowing that healing, that balance, that returning and restoration. And now let's start focusing our attention onto our digestive system with the intention that we're just going to bring healing wherever it's needed, knowing that we don't always see the big picture and we're not always aware of exactly what's needed in every moment in time. So just bring your attention first of all to your mouth, to your teeth, because as we know, digestion begins in the mouth as we start chewing our food. And let's set a little reminder that we actually allow ourselves and give ourselves the time to chew our food properly. And just sending healing to the teeth and the gums. And I don't know if you can start to feel that, I know I can. And helping with the health of the saliva, and of course the enzyme, the amylase, is released here. It starts to digest and break down carbohydrates, simple sugars. And let's just move our attention now down the esophagus, esophageal sphincter, sending healing throughout that tube into the stomach. And we're just going to ask that the stomach lining be healed if there's any inflammation there, if there's any bacteria or anything that's not meant to be there for our best and highest good. And we'll just ask and request that the pH be balanced perfectly for us. So it's at that perfect pH, which as we know is actually quite acidic. As the love and the light and the healing starts moving through all the way from your mouth down now through to your stomach, you might even become aware of maybe a colour that's coming through. Maybe a green, which is very healing and regenerative. Maybe it's a blue if you're needing cooling. Or maybe you're seeing bits of yellow or orange and the like. Really to help, spark and stoke the fire of the digestive system. And now let's just bring our attention to, first of all, the liver. So we know that the liver works so hard, constantly filtering, pumping blood, as it's filtering everything through, all the different detox pathways. Phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And sending healing energy through. And same with the gallbladder. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a gallbladder. Energetically, there is still an imprint there. So we'll just send some healing into the gallbladder. And making our way over to the pancreas, which we know has a role in blood sugar regulation, and of course the insulin production, as well as pancreatic enzymes. Knowing that the pancreas is about the sweetness of life and allowing yourself to enjoy the sweetness of life and being present and open to it. And moving down into the small intestine, all three parts of the small intestine, and of course the villi, which we know is those little finger-like projections which sort of sits around the small intestine, helping with absorption, assimilation of nutrients. Let's just send some healing to that villi and to the whole small intestinal area. And then moving into the large intestine, the ascending, the transverse, the descending colon. And so now the whole digestive system, right from the mouth, down through the stomach, the small intestines, the large intestines, right down through the rectum and the anus, that whole digestive system is lit up with this healing, loving energy, receiving whatever it needs in order to return to optimal health, that optimal functioning, that balance. We know the body's always trying to get back to homeostasis, to equilibrium, to that balance. We just need to allow it to do its job, remove the stressors, and let's just send some extra healing to all the trillions of little bacteria, helping with the health of the microbiome. So we have a healthy population there, a healthy ecosystem, happy, healthy, thriving, productive, all working together. And of course to them, to those trillions of bacteria, we're their whole world. So just allow yourself to receive whatever is needed. Maybe there's a nutrient that you need. Maybe it's a vitamin, a mineral. Maybe it's a particular food that you need to include more of, or to reduce, or to totally get rid of. Just allow yourself to just be still and be present and open to receiving any intuitive information that will help you from here on in with the health of your digestive system. Maybe it's just getting rid of extra sugar. Maybe you've let it creep back in. Maybe it's just a break off caffeine. Maybe you need, certain extra veggies, or or whatever it might be. Just allow yourself to receive that information, knowing and trusting that if it doesn't come through right now, it'll come through over the next couple of days, and we'll request that it's made very clear to us, so we know that that's coming through for our best and highest good. And as our digestive system is receiving whatever it needs, the codes, the elements, the factors, the nutrients, maybe it's releasing particular pathogens, or whatever it is that's no longer serving us, and also releasing some of that stored fear of the past that tends to sit there in the large intestine. So let's just clear that away. It's ready to go. Allow yourself to continue to just relax that little bit further. Maybe it's just an extra 5%. Which could look like just consciously doing a scan of the body and just seeing if there's any areas of tightness or tension. And if there is, just ask that area just to relax, release and let go. sitting here receiving those waves of healing energy, relaxation. Just see if there's any other areas that are calling for your attention. If there is, just bring your attention to that area and bring in a colour. Maybe just bring in some more healing. Maybe it's just love. You know that love is such a healing, high vibration, high frequency. And we know that all the cells of the body have their own innate intelligence, their own wisdom. So let's just thank the body, thank the cells. Bring that gratitude throughout the entire body. And I want you now just to bring your attention back to the here and the now. Maybe you start hearing some noises around you, and start just gently moving your feet, moving your hands. Maybe you want to gently move your shoulders, maybe give them a little roll backwards or forwards. And just sigh. And when you feel ready, I want you to open your eyes. I want you to smile. Have a nice big stretch. Maybe you yawn, a little release. Let me know how that was for you. I feel so calm, so relaxed. Yeah. So, anyway, that was amazing. Every time I meditate with you, I keep seeing Atlantis. Isn't that interesting? Then the words I see is Fe and then Helichrysum. Oh, wow, okay. So you're feeling you need some extra iron? Is that what you mean? And some, it's funny, I've got some Helichrysum essential oil. You know, it's quite good for, obviously the skin, but the health of the veins and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, interesting. So, I know I feel so calm and so relaxed. I just love it. I mean, the body is really amazing, isn't it? Like, you just sort of think about, you know, the energy moving through, the intelligence of all the cells, you know, the trillions of bacteria, the whole ecosystem, you know, the way that all this is just happening for our best and highest good all the time. It's just amazing. The body is just amazing. So let's just send a little bit more gratitude to all of our organs, all the body systems, all the cells. And yeah, let's just give ourselves a bit of a hug, because you know what? At the end of the day, I've never heard of Helichrysum. The word just popped up in the meditation. Oh, interesting. Yeah, look into it. I mean, you can use it as an essential oil, but that's how I've used it before, as an essential oil, and just popped it in a carrier like a fractionated coconut oil or a jojoba or something, and I've actually made it into a mix. And especially when I was standing a lot in the health food stores and the pharmacies, I'd use that on my legs just for the health of the veins and everything. So yes. So anyway, yeah, but have a little look and see. But that's interesting. I'm glad that you got a message in terms of what would be beneficial for you. So obviously you can always check that out, do some research and run it through your filter, see if it is appropriate. You know, discuss it with your healthcare practitioner. You were shown the flower and everything. Wow. Amazing. You're so intuitive. And it's great, you know, when we just allow ourselves that time and that space to just be open to receiving, and also knowing and trusting that sometimes it doesn't come through straight away. So we don't want to put pressure on ourselves thinking, oh my gosh, nothing came through, because sometimes it will come through. Maybe as a dream, maybe you'll get those, you know, signs and cues, you know, popping up over the next couple of days. I know sometimes it will be like a song with me, or, you know, yeah, it'll just be like I keep seeing something, a particular word, or, you know, a particular book, or, you know, so it can come in different ways. But that's why I always kind of stipulate that we want it to be as clear as possible to us, so we know that, okay, that's what that's all about. So yes, excellent. All right, well, thank you for your company this evening. So yeah, that's the only thing, isn't it, with moving over to daylight savings? It feels like, you know, you just, for the first few days, you feel like you've kind of, you know, lost a bit of time, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to start doing dinner. But yeah, so anyway, and at least having Richard now, I mean, when I lived alone for 12 years or whatever, I could get a little bit distracted because I'd come home from work. Thank you. I'd come home from work and, you know, think, oh yes, I'll just have a nice bath, and then I'll just, you know, do this. And before I knew it was like, oh my gosh, I've got to eat. So anyway, all right. Much love, and I will see you all here. I will be in on Wednesday night, 7:30, for our little readings and clearings. And Genevieve, if you're in, I'll do you first, because I didn't see your message until, you know, I'd already got off. So anyway, much love. Have a beautiful night's sleep, and I'll see you soon. Bye.